Welcome to week 3 of the Knicks Boots 2024 Contender Championship. Lucas, good to see you today.
Yeah, good to see you as well.
Thank you.
It was quite the last round. We're in the semifinals now. There are some who, honestly, I kind of expected them to make it this far. There's some surprises though.
It is. I would say this has not gone exactly how we saw from results, but there's some obvious winners in there that people saw from day one. So before we jump in and talk boots, let's talk real quickly about the mechanics moving forward. So just as a reminder, everyone who made it to this round that we'll be discussing today, so all 8 individuals that we're talking about today, all are going to receive a Knicks Contender Championship hoodie. I'm excited about those. Lucas is working on those. So each one of you will be receiving that. For the 4 boots that won this round that will be moving on, each one of those individuals will be receiving a travel bag. So very excited there. Also a tool tote or anything else if you already have a travel bag. But that is the prize for the next round.
Yeah.
And then the prizes just get better after that, right?
Yeah, the next 2 who move on will be getting a free pair of boots. And then,
Awesome.
Of course, the winner gets $1,000 cash on top of everything
American dollar cash.
Yeah, US dollars, yes.
US dollars, yes. All right, well, mechanics out of the way. Let's talk about how the audience can participate. That is the most important piece to make sure that this continues to be a fun thing for everyone.
Absolutely. I mean, this doesn't work if no one votes.
That's right.
So, make sure you go to the Reddit post. There's a link there where you can vote for your favorite boot in each round. As a reminder, any boots that move on the next day after the results are announced are 10% off for that one day only. So you can vote for selfish means. If there's a specific boot that you want, you can kind of edge it towards maybe being 10% off.
And that is on a Sunday, correct?
Sunday, yep.
So
every Sunday.
Remember that. Maybe not everyone's biggest shopping day, but remember if your boot is moving on, Sunday is the day you can get 10% off.
Yep.
The one other thing I will say that's been really fun in this whole process is just seeing people continue to interact on Reddit, people posting updates. We've seen things on Instagram. It's kind of all over our socials right now. So please continue to do that. I think everyone is having a lot of fun with that, and we really appreciate the engagement from our fans.
Absolutely. I think there's a couple in particular that have been posting regular updates, and I think that's part of why they've made it as far as they have. For sure. So something to keep in mind if for the next one.
For sure. I think we've created a beast here because I think everyone now is going to game this and start building their team for the next Contender Championship.
I like to see it.
Awesome. Well, without further ado, let's start talking about some matchups.
Yeah. So the first one was number 1 seed, Shiny Hunter. And Shyler's pick, Kugelblitz. This was a close matchup, but Shiny Hunter took it. Yeah,
that was my upset of the week. I think I saw that one go in the distance. We did notice early in the bracket that the way things were seeded, that was going to be probably an early exit for a fan favorite. So sad to see that boot go, but excited. Hopefully that user will go out there and find another winning pair of boots.
Yeah. Shyler and I were talking about it shortly after the last one. Kugelblitz, I feel like, was a very strong contender, but just because of where it sat in the seeds, it went up against some very strong other contenders very early on. I think there was a possibility that it could have made it to the finals if it was matched a little differently in the seeds.
For sure. Yeah, it happens. That's part of the madness, right? Mm-hmm. All right. I had DeBoss up against Linebacker U in our second matchup. This one was a little bit closer. This is the brown wax flesh we were talking about. It was defeated by Linebacker U. This was the double stuffed Berg. So this was I think we had, was it 2 or 3 burgundies that we had at the start?
I think there's a couple,
2.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The one we were just talking about was a burgundy as well. So that
was a Buck Brown.
Buck Brown. See, this is
they're close though. They're close. Burgundy and Buck Brown, they start off pretty similar. They both start very dark, and then one starts to go more of reddish tones. The other starts to go like a brown tone. I think that actually was our only burgundy in the lineup. Okay.
Well, just take everything I say with a grain of salt. We were just talking before filming, still learning all my little details, and we are working off black and white photos. But Yeah, I mean, what matters here is a very, very close matchup. We saw Wax Flesh go down. This boot, the Berg, it's a gorgeous leather. It's a classic boot. I know I have said this, I think, on every filming so far, but you can dress this one up or down, which I think makes it a really versatile boot. To me, that's kind of the everyman's boot that is out there right now.
Yeah. All right. I think next one we've got Complete Attitude and Crab Cakes. So Crab Cakes took this one with 61%. Again, a bit of a surprise, at least for me. But again, that double stuff Buck Brown, it's a crowd favorite.
Yep.
Double stuff.
Yeah, that was a quite the defeat as well.
Yeah.
What does it have? 60?
Yeah, 61.9. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty decisive.
All right, number 4 here. The battle of the seafood is over. Rushed Home Ruffin takes the win over I Like Fish Way Too Much. This one's a little bit closer, 55-45. Both double stuffed. So we had an Overlander up against a Station Master. We did say early on that we thought a Station Master was going to go pretty far. That has proven to be the case. I know for me personally, this is definitely a contender all the way to the end. So excited to see the matchups that we have coming. Any other thoughts on what we saw this week before we talk about what's ahead?
Yeah, I mean, the one you were just talking about, I mean, that was matchup natural double stuff versus natural double stuff. I think what really decided that was one post was aged natural double stuff and the other was brand new, or at least, a couple months old.
Yep.
And really shows that the patina on that natural double stuff just gets better with time.
Yeah, one thing that stands out to me when I look at the bracket is 2 boots that made it very, very far show a huge amount of wear. The Station Master, just the construction lends itself to that. You've got the denim crocking. That boot just wears beautifully. And then Shiny Hunter / Carl, beautiful boot being used in the way that it's intended to be used. Also well cared for. We've mentioned before kind of some stylistic choices in the way that those boots have been cared for. So you've really got 2 boots with a huge amount of wear up against two boots that just inherently have beautiful leathers that are going to wear it nicely. Yeah,
that's a good point. We kind of got the new versus old in the semifinals here.
Awesome. So semifinals, matchups coming up. We have Shiny Hunter up against
Crab Cakes.
So really on both sides we have, that one's pretty classic work up against a heritage boot. And then on the other side,
we've got Rushed Home Ruffin and Linebacker U.
Yep. So
double stuff burgundy and double stuff natural up against each other. And I believe Rushed Home Ruffin was Nick's pick, was it not?
It was his early pick. And then who picked Shiny Hunter? Were you Shiny Hunter pick? Or was it Schuyler?
No, I ultimately went with my favorite, not what I thought was the crowd favorite, and picked the other Station Master that did not make it on.
Fair enough. I was out in round 1.
Yeah, so, me too.
Yep.
So Nick's pick is the only one that's made it.
Oh, you're right, because Schuyler's pick is now out as well. So within the inner office pool, it looks like Nick is so far the winner. Any picks? Are you willing to make a pick at this point for the next round?
So I think it's going to come down to Shiny Hunter versus Rushed Home Ruffin.
Yep.
Personally, I think that's where it's going to end up.
Yep.
They're 2 sides of the coin. I've been seeing 2 different camps in Reddit, Discord. I've been seeing people rally for Rushed Home Ruffin. I've been seeing people rally for Shiny Hunter. I think it's going to come down to those 2. Those are the 2 who have also been posting updates regularly, showing their boots every week or so. So I think it's going to be one of those 2. I cannot tell you which of those 2 is going to win, though.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a flip of a coin, honestly.
I agree. What matters is that people get out there and vote.
Yeah.
We need to have as many people participate as possible all the way to the end. I'm going to make an early pick. I guess it's not an early pick at this point. I'm going to make a pick with 4 folks left. I think Rushed Home Ruffin,
you think
Station
so?
Master, is going to go the distance.
I will say when I was first making predictions, my prediction was it was going to be the 2 Station Masters head to head at the final vote.
Yep.
So I think you might be onto something there.
Okay, a double stuffed Station Master is going all the way, I believe.
Okay, yeah, we'll just have to see. I do have to say though, it's really interesting and great to see. We've got 3 double stuff boots are exclusive leather versus the classic tried and true Builder Pro.
Yep.
It really says something. We'll have to see if that Builder Pro makes it past all those double stuff boots.
Well, we got our housekeeping out of the way at the beginning. The most important thing is that people continue to interact and vote. We do have 2 more weeks of this and want to continue the conversation across all the channels. Like you said, Reddit, Discord. If you're not on Discord, get there. It's a different group. It's a smaller group, but it's also been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we're seeing Contender Championship chat in there as well as on Instagram. This will be on YouTube, really across all the socials. So
yeah.
Any closing thoughts, or we wrap it up there?
Yeah, just make sure you vote. Yeah. I'm really excited to see who wins, and we might do something special for that model.
Yeah, for sure. First of all, thank you to all the participants. This has been a lot of fun. 16 fantastic boots here. Excited to see the final 4. To all of you out there, please go vote, continue to participate, and we hope you guys are having fun with this. Thanks.